All right, as the Ukrainian refugee crisis continues to grow, companies are stepping up to give aid to those who need it most. And that includes 9-Line Apparel, who's working with NGOs and nonprofits to help provide much-needed medical supplies, clothing, and protection to orphans and the most vulnerable caught in the crossfire. 9-Line CEO and retired Army captain and our friend Tyler Merritt just returned from Ukraine. He joins us now. Tyler, first of all, tell us what you saw. Before you tell us what you're doing, what did you see on the ground?
Yeah, it kind of to echo what everyone else has been saying. The spirit is strong in Ukraine. The individuals there, it's not Afghanistan. This is a unified country that they don't want to be Russian. They don't want to be occupied, and they're ready to fight. They're ready to take up arms. They're sending their women, their children out of the country. But those willing and able to fight, they're staying, and they're going to be there to the last breath.
And Tyler, tell me about your efforts in that country.
Yeah, so as we saw in Afghanistan, there's a lot of great organizations out there, and there's a lot of bad organizations out there that say they're going to do great things and they do nothing. I wanted to make sure that our time and our money was not wasted. I went out and met with Apparel Recovery Group, an incredible group of individuals that primarily focus on not war-torn countries. They go to countries that are dealing with natural disasters. This is outside their element, but they're there doing God's work. They're trying to help children get out of the country, get out of the harm's way. Actually have an official agreement with the government of Ukraine to try to keep the orphans that can stay in country and find them safe houses and get them out of the besieged cities that the Russians and their paramilitary and their contractors are terrorizing civilians. These are individuals, Russian actors, bad actors that are taking the lead of Putin, and they're committing atrocious acts against the most vulnerable. They even pulled some civilians out of a vehicle carrying 30 orphans out of the besieged city on Tuesday while I was out there, and they pulled them out, they executed them, and our driver was able to run through a blockade and get the children to safety. But I need Kevlar blankets because I can't bring in Kevlar vests. It's against the rules of what I'm allowed to bring into Poland. So I need Kevlar blankets, I need clothing for children, and I need money. Apparel Recovery Group needs money. So we're focusing our time and efforts to raise money through T-shirt sales. All of our proceeds will go towards combating, getting our most treasured group out of Ukraine, the orphan children who no longer have
And
parents.
You're saying you were there and you've personally seen executions, humanitarian atrocities, and this is happening on a regular basis.
Yeah, our group has safe houses within Ukraine, and then obviously the TTPs and how we're getting things in and out are not going to be discussed.
Of course.
But yeah, it's almost like an everyday occurrence where acts of just inhumane acts are occurring against the civilian population, or where they're executing adults in front of children, and it's just another day.
Unbelievable.
In Ukraine.
The website is 9lineapparel.com. Tyler's sporting that shirt to support their cause and efforts to help the vulnerable in Ukraine. Tyler Merritt, thanks a lot, as always, leading from the front.
Thank you, Pete.
You got it.
Focal 1, reading 9-line. 133 NA, 25 feet, vehicles in the open.